Hello, hello, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another Speedpaint with a voiceover. I am going to try to vary those up in the future, so I've got some with music, some with voiceovers, yada yada yada. If I got a lot to say, then it'll definitely be a voiceover, but if I don't really have a lot to say on a topic, then hey, just enjoy the art and some nice music. But today I'm drawing Sonic the Hedgehog with a fun aromantic background. And if you're wondering why I would pair those two together, it is because today that I am recording this, it is February 16th, and 2 days ago was Valentine's Day, and Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, came out. And February 18th to 24th is Aromantic Awareness Week in the United States, and I don't know, maybe everywhere. I don't really know how weeks like that work. But if you are not aware, aromanticism is a type of romantic orientation. So, if this is a new concept to you, that's totally okay. It's no worries, but as you probably are aware, there's straight people and there's gay people and all kinds of stuff, and there's a lot of different kinds of things in between and outside of those categories. You got bisexual people, asexual people, pansexuals, etc., etc., etc. All that good stuff. And for some people, though, they don't experience romantic attraction, and that's aromanticism. And so that's you. A lot of the time, it's paired with asexuality, so that's aro-ace people, but not always, and that's okay. But because it is specifically Aromantic Awareness Week, I thought it was kind of funny that it's right after Valentine's, and Sonic the Hedgehog is a movie that has virtually no romance in it. I mean, there is like a married couple in it, and they're like really sweet, and their little romance is very cute, but like it's a movie about a hedgehog that runs really fast. And I guess like if there's any kind of relationship in the movie, it's a familial one, and it's very much like Sonic is a little boy. He's like a 13-year-old child in this movie. They basically adopt him as a son. So it's cute that it's a non-romantic kind of relationship that's explored in this film. And I thought it would be fun to kind of like, hey, asexual, aromantic awareness week with Sonic the Hedgehog. Giving the people who aren't interested in romance something to do on Valentine's. Go see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now, I did see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie with my boyfriend, but I thought this was a great excuse to do a video where I kind of do a good shout out to aromantics, and I can mention that, it's Aromantic Awareness Week, and hey, maybe you don't know what that is, and now you do. And also give me an excuse to talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So, I think I've given a basic overview of aromanticism, but now I'm just going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. So, oh yeah, his arms are blue in the movie, and I didn't realize that when I started drawing, and it really threw me off. But the Sonic the Hedgehog movie was really, really good. I've seen a lot of people compare it to Detective Pikachu, and I don't know, I didn't really get that feel from it. Like, I didn't think that it was better than Detective Pikachu. I think I enjoyed Detective Pikachu more, but I also don't think that's fair to really compare the two. They're very different films. And this movie, like, it's a strange movie to watch. My first thing that I want to say is it's really good. Definitely go watch it. If you have any interest in seeing a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, just go watch it. But I feel like it's very strange. You can see the seam lines of this movie. I'm gonna try not to give you any spoilers, but if you want to go in totally blind, don't listen. I'm gonna kind of talk about a scene or two here, but there's a few strange interactions or scenes that really throw me off. Like I said, you can see the seam lines and almost like you can feel them, where this movie was sort of put together like in chaos. Like they'd made a movie and then realized in the last 3 months that they didn't want to put that movie out, and they had to take what they had already filmed and created and make a completely different movie. If you've ever seen like a YouTube video where someone has green screened themselves into like a movie scene and they're like jokingly talking to a character, like it felt like that at times. Like there's like a weird zoom in on Sonic's face during one conversation in a hotel room, and it gets really close to his face, and I was like, whoa, why are we getting so close? And afterwards, when I was talking to my boyfriend, because we'd just seen the movie, I was like, wait, I think maybe they just didn't have enough footage of like the room to put him in, that it would make sense for him to be saying that line as part of the conversation. So they just had to get a really big zoom. I don't know. There's a couple of strange interactions. Like there's this one part where he just suddenly gets sad in the middle of a conversation, and it makes sense because the way they have Sonic doing stuff in this movie is he's very like he can be really high and really happy and then suddenly get sad, but then he's back on top, you know. But like the other character does not acknowledge that he just suddenly got really sad out of nowhere. Like he acknowledges what he said, but not how strange it was that he said it. And it kind of occurred to me that maybe in the original script, he had been sad in that conversation already, so he wouldn't have acknowledged at that point that he was suddenly changing sadness. So I don't know. It's things like that. Or a scene where he has something stuck to his glove and they're trying desperately to get it off. And I said, like, why don't they just take off the glove? Like, he's shaking his hand, like, they pull over the car. It's a long scene. Like, it's a full minute of them trying to get it off his glove. And I was like, why don't they take the glove off? And then my boyfriend leaned over and said, because he wasn't wearing a glove on his original model. And that just clicked. That was the problem. That's why they didn't do it. And you kind of have to accept that in this movie, that there's a lot of things that happen that are just kind of weird, and the only explanation is, well, they couldn't have done it because that's not originally how it was written. And they just did not have the resources to make that happen here. Overall, though, it was a really good, enjoyable film. It was really cute and sweet, and Sonic is legitimately like a 13-year-old boy. He flosses twice. I left the theater like, oh my god, he would love Minecraft. It was such a cute, enjoyable film. So I definitely think that if you have any interest in seeing a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, if that's a thing that you're even remotely interested in, you absolutely should go see it, because it was totally worth my time and the money that I spent on a ticket. Like, it was a great watch, especially with a friend. Like, it was so cute. And super duper 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 stay after, not through the whole credits, but there are 2 mid-credit sequences. And in my theater, a lot of people got up and started leaving after the first one. And so when the second one came on, everybody just started screaming, shh, 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 and everybody started sitting, and everybody's standing, and they're all like, oh! And then, well, if you've seen it, you know what happens. And the whole theater just started screaming. Everybody went absolutely feral. So you really, really do not want to miss the second credit sequence. In any case, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you see the movie. And happy Aromantic Awareness Week. Thanks for watching. Naders out. Hello, fans and frenemies! Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed. It's only thanks to viewers like you, and especially like those scrolling by on screen now who support my Patreon, that I can continue to create content like this for you to enjoy for free. Link is in the description, but even if you aren't interested, I hope you like my stuff, and if you want to see more, please like and subscribe! Thanks again. Naders out.